So, take your time to sit comfortably if you are alright the way you are sitting. If it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes, but that's not necessary. You can do it as you like it, okay? Okay. So, take your time to feel how you are now in your body and just notice your breathing. Breathing in and out without having to change anything. You just are aware that you are breathing in and out. I also do the exercise sometimes myself so that I have a good feeling of where we are with this exercise. And then you can feel different parts of your body. Maybe you can start by being aware of your feet and your feet touching the ground, just feeling. This is also important to discover whether there are specific sensations in specific parts of your body. Now, I give you a little bit time just to be aware of how you are now, experiencing your body. If you meditate regularly or if you are used to do relaxation exercises, you have to be careful not to become too relaxed. It's important that you are aware that you are alert enough just to notice how your body is feeling now. You don't have to change anything, just acknowledging. Another important part of this exercise is that you can do this in a friendly, welcoming attitude. That you can be with yourself like you would be with your best friend, a good companion. A companion that doesn't judge, but a companion who's there in a mild, friendly, welcoming way. So that's an important attitude to give that to yourself when you are paying attention how you are now. And then we will look whether you have an open space to welcome you them, and sometimes before you can explore them of well-being. It's important you are aware if there are another things now occupying you. Are there specific areas where your attention is drawn to? So, take your time to find out if there are specific areas now that are taking space in you. So, and feel free to write down a few keywords of the things that you're experiencing as hindering you or that are occupying your space, and don't dwell too much on them. Just a few keywords that help you to put them down. So, by writing them down, imagine that you really let go these issues. It doesn't mean that you have to forget about them, but only by putting them on the paper. You can also put a small distance now. You feel now an open space to explore and use them. Or are there still another things occupying you? No, I think I'm ready. You feel now an open space on it and use them. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So then we will go to the second part. Now we'll be zooming in on well-being, and we will do this in a specific way. We will develop your personal definition of well-being. So, if you take a little bit time, ask yourself, what does well-being mean to me? So, you can just take your time to see what comes up in you about how you experience well-being. different aspects. It's alright to name different aspects. Well, I think the first, it's an important part, it's my work achievements. So first, a part you notice about well-being has to do with your work achievements. Yes, well, I wouldn't say it's everything, but it's a big part. I think the other part is my friends. I miss having time to see them. Okay, so part of your well-being is also having time to see your friends? So we have already your work achievements and having time for your friends that contribute to your well-being. For the moment it's difficult because my work has great importance. So I'm wondering whether your work has maybe too much importance for your well-being. I think for me it's a difficult balance. Yes, it is. So your well-being has to do with finding a good balance between work and having time for friends. Yes, but I feel that when you put too much emphasis on one side, that the other side is neglected. That if I put too much emphasis on my work, that I won't have enough time for my friends. It's like a struggle for the moment. So, as if you were struggling a little bit about finding the right balance that really contributes to your well-being. Yeah, I'm in that struggle. So, as if you were struggling a little bit about finding the right balance that really contributes to your well-being. Okay. So, for your well-being, in your personal definition of well-being, there is this issue of balance, good balance between work, having time for friends. Yes, for the moment it's all about managing the time, finding the time for my friends, but also making sure that it's enough time to work. Okay, so if we take this as your personal definition of well-being, having a good balance, having time for work, having time for friends, and you could give yourself a score on where you are on the scale of your personal definition of well-being. 10 being the ideal and 1 being the opposite. Where would you put yourself on that scale, on your personal definition? First, I was thinking like 7, but now that I'm reflecting on it, it's more like 6. But 6 sounds bad? No? So 6, 7 would be your position now on that scale? Yeah, but it sounds bad, I think. 6, 7. Although I think 6, 7 is very realistic for daily life. It's good to hear that. That's fine. Now I invite you to move on to a new part. We are going to reflect on your personal strengths and talents. So if you are asking yourself, what are my personal strengths and talents? And just see what pops up. I think one of my strengths is that I have this kind of drive, this kind of feeling to be enthusiastic about something to go forward. So you say on 6 on the scale? Yeah, okay. So, enthusiasm is a good engine. Yeah, it's like saying to myself, come on, let's go for it. You know, you can go for it. That's nice. Yes, I think it helps me to follow my dreams also. So, your enthusiasm even supports you to go for your dreams? I'm not afraid to go after them, after those dreams, because I have this kind of drive, you know. It's a nice strength. Thank you. Yeah, it helps me. So, your enthusiasm, other strengths? I think I can also relate very well to other people, my friends and my family. I'm concerned about them. That's nice. And I'm thinking of other strengths. Or do you think these are the most important strengths I currently use in my life? Yeah, I think those two are the main ones. There. These two, enthusiasm and your connecting strength. Okay, that's it. And what would others say about your strengths? If someone is asked, tell me, what are the strengths of Simon? Yeah, I think they would say that I love my work, but I'm also a good friend for them. I'm always ready to help them. They recognize your love for your work, and also they experience you as a good friend. So they experience you as a connecting strength. I think they would say it, yeah. Okay, would you say other things that you don't think of? It's difficult. No, I don't know. So, now Helga, we are going to a new question. Maybe a little bit more difficult. What? So, what strengths do you think you could develop more to improve your well-being? Maybe like downsizing some problems. It's a strength that I see a lot in older people. So downsizing your problems could be a way to improve your well-being. You see that in older people that they downsize their problems. Yes, I think it would help me, but perhaps it would also compromise the drive I was talking about. So you are afraid that your drive also will diminish when you downsize problems. But in any case, I think it's important to downsize these problems, even if it perhaps compromises the drive a little bit. Okay, so in any case, downsizing your problems could be helpful to develop more well-being. Okay, I think so, yeah. So let's then move on to the next question. What could help you or what could support you to downsize your problems? I think that I need some proof. Some proof that that it isn't a problem when you don't spend that much time on your work and spend more time with your friends. For example, when I'm with friends who have a good family life, I can see that some of them are also successful in their work, and that's kind of proven that it works. Yeah. So, seeing these old friends who have good family life and are successful in their work, that gives you proof that this could be a good idea to downsize. Yes, although I don't have that many good role models. Uh-huh. Sometimes it's difficult to find good role models in your environment. Yeah, who can really have balance between the work life and the family life. Yeah, I see. So let's move on the next question. Can you think of just one step you could start to practice to improve your well-being? Taking into consideration that you gave yourself now a score of 6-7, what could be one concrete step to improve your well-being and move on to 7-8? Do you mean like something practical? Like a very concrete step, something you really can practice. I was thinking of managing my time efficiently, like really marking out the hours I would spend for work and hours I would spend with my friends. Okay, so managing for your time. That seems to be a good idea to improve your well-being. Yeah, but it's more than just managing. It's like knowing that there is time for work, there is time for friends, and also knowing I would keep on coming. Okay, it's reassuring that you know that time will come for my friends and for family. Yeah, and for work. I don't know whether it's recommended, but when you set time for your friends, time for your work, I thought, yeah, but also time for myself. Mhm. Oh, so you're discovering something new. You're becoming aware of the importance of having time for yourself. Um, well, it's more difficult. Before it was work, friends, and family, and now a next part. It becomes more difficult, but at the same time, it seems an important issue that was missing in your well-being. This time for yourself. Uh, if I look back, like 4 years ago, I had more time to myself, and I think I experienced more well-being then. Okay. So you have that experience that time for yourself improves your well-being. Yeah, and maybe then other things will follow. Maybe by taking time for myself, I can discover what I really want. Yes. Sometimes you need time to yourself to discover what you want. That's true, but it's confronting at the same time. Okay, it's confronting that this was your missing step. Yeah. So to move from 6-7 your well-being to, let's say, 7-8, that ICO of also having time for yourself is an important discovery. Yeah, I think it's important. Yeah. So we have your personal definition of well-being. It has expanded now. You have work, friends, family, and time for yourself, and practice that could improve your well-being. That's fine. Then I will hopefully discover what I really want. Yeah. Okay, we are going to finish now this. Do you feel that these are the most important things? Or is there anything else that we didn't address enough? I'm still thinking of what's the time for myself. But it's just the idea that time in general will tell. Yeah, it needs some time that this new idea can settle. Yeah, I need it. That you can experience or that it really is helpful for you. That's fine. Okay.